people in the Philippines and Filipino society in upload. If we stay strong and unite each other, we need to stay strong. And I commit to do whatever I can do for you.
United Nations Human Rights Advocate na si Shunichi Fujiki naninindigan sa kanyang statement daan sa United Nations Assembly na dapat na umano'y palayain si former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Sa kanyang exclusive interview sa SMNI, sinabi niya na dapat umano nang i-release si former President Duterte ng ICC at dapat protektahan ang mga Duterte, anak ng kagwang, no? Ang tindi, no? At sinagot niya yung mga anti-Duterte na di umano'y EI ang kanyang statement. Pinanindigan niya po na ito ay lehitimo at totoo pong statement. Kaya naman, nagpa-interview po siya sa SMNI News. Palakpakan natin ang Isimay, anak ng kagwang o SMNI. Isipin mo, sa dami-daming media sa ating bansa, hindi po nila binalita yung statement ni Shunichi Fujiki dyan sa United Nations na pagsuporta kay former President Duterte. No, hindi nila pinalabas. Ang tanging nagpalabas lamang nito ay ang SMNI at ang mga DDS political bloggers. Ito po ay patunay na ang media sa ating bansa ay mga prostitute, mga bayaran. Nabusalan na po ito ng gobyernong nakangiwi ang panga. At dagdag pa ng naturang human rights advocate na yung ginawa ni Bongbong Marcos na kidnapping kay former President Duterte ay alam na alam ng buong mundo, patay ka bangag. So, ibig sabihin nito, buong mundo alam ang ginawang kagaguhan ng gobyernong Marcos na maliwanag ito ay political persecution. Alam ng buong mundo na hindi binigyan ng tamang proseso at karapatan si Tatay Digong. Patay ka bangag, ilang taon ka na lang. Baka ikaw naman ngayon ang makulong. Ayaw kong makulong si Bangag sa dahig. Gusto kong ikulong si Bangag kasama yung mga taga-ICC sa bansang Pilipinas. Magandang tanghali po sa ating lahat. Pa-like po muna, pa-share, pa-subscribe. At syempre, pakipindot po ang inyong mga notification bell para lagi po kayong updated sa ating mga video. Parang ahawaan nyo na. Supportan rin po natin ang pangalawang YouTube channel ko po, ang Bisdak Historiador. Okay, ito. Huwag na nating hintayin pa at pakinggan po muna natin ang balitang ito bago po yung full interview ng SMNI News dito po sa United Nations Human Rights Advocate na si Shunichi Fujiki. Narito po, pakinggan po natin.
Pinabulaan na ng isang Japanese human rights advocate na peke o AI-generated ang kanyang talumpati sa United Nations para suportahan si dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte. Ito ay matapos bansagan ng mga kritiko na hindi totoo ang kanyang pahayag. Narito ang exclusive report ni MJ Mondihar.
It is an affront to human dignity and the abuse of international justice for political ends. We urge this council to demand humanitarian review and interim release of President Duterte. Justice must be fair, not a weapon against the people. The majority of the Filipino voice will not be silenced and depressed.
Yan ang panawagan ni Shunichi Fujiki-san para kay dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte. Isa siyang human rights advocate sa United Nations Human Rights Council. Itong March 11 lang ginawa ang nasabing speech sa United Nations Office sa Geneva, Switzerland. Ngunit para sa mga kritiko, fake news o AI-generated lamang ang nasabing video. Sa eksklusibong panayam ng SMNI News, sinagot ni Fujiki-san ang isyong ito.
Maybe they think it won't happen and they don't believe what is going on. But the basic thing is that human rights is not only the regional thing, right? And if they want to believe that the AI, that's going to be okay because they don't understand what really going on the ground. And the human rights is not a joke. So we are taking it seriously, and if it is serious, we should not use the AI. So I'm just laughing, because there is no other choice for them to say AI.
Nasa Geneva, Switzerland, si Fujiki-san na maganapang panayam. Nakulong naman ngayon si Duterte sa International Criminal Court sa The Hague, Netherlands sa kasong crimes against humanity dahil sa kanyang war on drugs.
As their human rights defender at the United Nations, first of all, if you want to bring some issues to the United Nations, at least you have to try to solve the problem within the country, right? This is a basic rule, and so that means if you do everything within the country and even cannot solve the problem, then you are allowed to bring the issue to the United Nations. So this is a basic rule of the United Nations. So if you are not doing properly within that Filipino judicial system, then it is violating to use the international body like ICC or Interpol or United Nations.
Anya, alam ng mundo na hindi dumaan sa Philippine courts ang kaso bago sa pilitang dinala si Duterte sa ICC.
I found this problem is not discussed within the Philippines and then directly brought it to the Interpol or ICC. So this is totally injustice, so which I cannot accept. That's the reason why I brought it to the United Nations.
Nanindigan naman si Fujiki-san na ang kasong ito ay isang international human rights issue.
Nobody else is defending other than the Filipino people. But this is not a domestic issue. This is a totally international issue and this is a human rights issue.
Bilib rin daw si Fujiki-san sa suportang ibinibigay ng mga OFW at ng mayorya ng mga Pilipino kay Duterte. At hindi raw ito mangyayari kung masamang tao ang dating Pangulo gaya ng paratang ng ICC.
President Duterte is really admired by majority of the Filipino people. And this injustice, I cannot take this injustice of the person, and especially over 80 years old. He doesn't have a long time anymore, so we need to do something.
Para sa Diyos, sa Pilipinas, kung MJ Mondihar, SMNI News.
Putik, kabado na naman dito si Conte. Kabado na naman dito si Bangag. Tangina, congratulations po sa inyo, SMNI. Antindi, no? Napakaraming mainstream media po sa ating bansa Pero ang nabubukod tangi pong mainstream media na nakapag-interview dito sa hapon na ito ay SMNI. Ito ay national issue. Dapat ang media dito ay neutral. Hindi yung ang interviewin lang ng mga mainstream media ay mga biktima di umano ng AJK. Pero yung mga kagaya nito sa hapon na ito, kay Shunichi Fujiki, ay hindi nila pinapansin. Kasi nga, oo nga naman, pag pinapansin nila ito, ay pabor po kay former President Duterte sa mga Duterte at sa ating mga DDS. Pero maliwanag, na-debunk niya dito yung mga tanganistang loyalista ni Baki, kasama yung mga dilawan, pinklawan, na nagpapakalat ng mga fake news na di umano, yung statement niya na kumakalat sa social media ay AI. O ito at least maliwanag. Isang nakakahiya sa mga anti-Duterte na isang hapon pa, no? Ang nanindigan ngayon na dapat palayain si Digong na protektahan dahil sa ginawang injustice ng gobyernong Marcos. Gusto ko po yung word na sinasabi niya na yung issue na panggagago kay Tatay Digong ay ito ay international human rights issue. Hindi ho po pwedeng baliwalain ito. Dahil yung karapatan ni Duterte ay inalis ng International Criminal Court at ginago ni Bongbong Marcos na yun nga po sa report ay alam ng buong mundo ang ginagawa ng gobyernong ito. Patay ka bangag. Excuse me po. Okay. Panoorin po natin yung full interview nito kasi yun ay konti lang, pinalabas ko lang yun para dagdag informasyon. Pero ito kasi full interview, no, pakinggan natin, siyempre komentuhan natin yung interview ni MJ Mundiar dito sa United Nations Human Rights Council Advocate na Shunichi Fujiki. Nanindigan po siya dito na ang suporta niya kay former President Duterte at sa mga Pilipino. Narito po, pakinggan natin.
President Duterte is really admired by the majority of the Filipino people. And this injustice, I cannot take this injustice of the person, and especially over 80 years old. He doesn't have a long time anymore, so we need to do something. That's my motivation that I stopped doing this.
Sir, as a Japanese citizen, what motivated you to speak out on the case of former President Rodrigo Duterte? What was the tipping point, or what was the reason behind, sir? What motivated you?
Okay. As a human rights activist and a researcher, I also domestically, I'm helping a lot of foreigners living in Japan, right? Because, now in France, okay? Now in France, and living in France right now, if I'm staying in France, I have so many difficulties just because this is a foreign country to me, right? So, but there are many friends who are helping me, and I don't feel any threat here, and I'm staying here comfortably, even in Geneva, same thing. It's because this is a part of the area in France, but France and Switzerland is next to each other, right? So that takes about 20 minutes to go to the United Nations from here. Anyway, so I've been helping the people, many Filipino in Japan also, and Vietnamese or Sri Lankans, many other people across the world. And that's one of the reasons. And some, women who got married with a Japanese man and abused or, became the victim of the domestic violence. So the people comes to me to talk and explain and asking to solve the problem. So I've been working for this about more than 10 years to help the foreigners in Japan out. So that's one of the things. And some of the Filipino who used to be the victim of the domestic violence that brought my attention. And I started listening to your heart and their group of people. And then finally I decided to, talk because President Duterte is really admired by the majority of the Filipino people. And this injustice, I cannot take this injustice of the person, and especially over 80 years old. He doesn't have a long time anymore, so we need to do something. That's my motivation that I stopped doing this.
Okay, na-motivate itong si Japanese UN advocate na tumayo diyan sa United Nations at sabihin na injustice yung ginawa kay Tatay Digong dahil sa ating mga Pilipino. Unique kasi yung ating pagmamahal kay Rodrigo Roa Duterte, yun yung maliwanag diyan. Na kahit sinong mga banyaga, pag tiningnan po nila ang reaksyon ng maraming Pilipino sa pagkidnap kay Tatay Digong, hindi po sila maniniwala. Na gustuhin ng mga Pilipino na si Digong ay ipapadala sa dahig. At hindi sila naniniwala na yung war on drugs ni former President Duterte ay hindi ginusto nating mga Pilipino. Yung desire natin ng mga DDS, mga Pilipino sa anumang panig ng mundo, na pagsuporta kay Tatay Digong until now, hindi mo yan maki-question. Yan ay organic. Only Duterte lang I think sa buong mundo, na kapag mayroong mga kaganapan ay dinadagsa at hindi bayad ang mga tao. At kailanman hindi ito magagawa ni Bongbong Marcos. Dito pa lang, mismong hapon, nakapansin po nito Yung pagmamahal natin kay Tatay Digong sobra-sobra. Siguro ito yung nagpupukaw sa kanya. O tika, bakit si Duterte pinapadala ninyo sa dahig? Ang majority of the Filipino people, ayaw nila na dalhin si Digong. Pero bakit? Pinadala pa rin ng gobyernong Marcos. Dito pa lang maliwanag na. Politically motivated po yung ginawa kay Digong. At ito pa lang mapapansin na agad ng international community. O tuloy natin.
Thank you, sir. Sir, what specific concerns that led you to raise this issue before the United Nations Human Rights Council? Many people have admired the points that you've raised in your recently concluded speech.
Yeah, because nobody else is defending other than the Filipino people. But this is not a domestic issue. This is a totally international issue, and this is a human rights issue. And as their human rights defender at the United Nations, first of all, if you want to bring some issues to the United Nations, at least you have to try to solve the problem within the country, right? This is a basic rule. And so that means, if you do everything within the country and even cannot solve the problem, then you are allowed to bring the issue to the United Nations. So this is a basic rule of the United Nations. So if you are not doing properly within that Filipino judicial system, then it is violating to use the international body like ICC or Interpol or the United Nations. So I found this problem is not discussed within the Philippines and then directly brought it to the Interpol, ICC. So this is totally injustice, so which I cannot accept. That's the reason why I brought it to the United Nations.
Patay ka dyan, bangag. Tanginan, linaw ko kasi, na buti nag-research itong si Hapones. Hindi po talaga dumaan, sa local court ang ginawa ho na pag-kidnap kay Tatay Digong. Kaya nga ito ay maliwanag na 100% na kidnapping. Mismong banyaga, alam nila ang tamang proseso, kailangan muna dumaan sa local court. At kung may mga isyong ganito, dapat pag-usapan muna sa ating bansa bago po sa International Criminal Court. Kumbaga nga, tama nga yung sinasabi ni ito ay batas talaga sa ating bansa. Binabindalo ni Bongbong Marcos. Yung sabi ni Miriam Defensor Santiago, na ang pinakahuling option ng mga sinong magrereklamo ay itong ICC. Kung ang justice system natin ay hindi gumagana. Pero gumagana yung justice system natin . Yung ICC hindi natin kailangan. At palagay ko ganun din sa ibang bansa yung kanilang sistema. Hindi pwedeng makikialam yung International Criminal Court sa problema ng isang bansa hanggat may gumagana na justice system. Ito yun . Kaso nga lang, binibindalo ni Bongbong Marcos. Ito ang maganda. Dahil napansin mismo ng International Human Rights Advocate, kagaya ni Sir, yung panggagago ng gobyernong ito, at least, narinig ng lahat ng mga human rights advocate dyan sa UN, yung statement ng naturang Hapon, at desidido siya dito sa labang ito. Maraming salamat sa iyo, Sir. In advance, tuloy natin.
Sir, specifically, you've mentioned concerns about Philippine sovereignty in your speech
Yes.
at the UN. How exactly do you believe that the Philippine sovereignty was not upheld in the case of the former President Duterte?
First of all, here, the Filipino domestic court didn't discuss anything, right? Nobody brought it to the court. So, but ICC is talking about Duterte. This is totally nonsense. You have to discuss or you have to, if you want to criminalize him, you have to bring it to the court first for evaluation or, to investigation. However, they didn't do it. And they just surrendered to ICC. So that means ICC is superior than Filipino sovereignty. This is wrong. Okay, so the matter or internal affair of the Philippines have to be decided by Filipino, not the ICC. Okay, so is that ICC is above your Supreme Court in the Philippines? No, I don't think so. That's what I'm thinking.
Putang ina, ang laking insulto dito kay Bangag, Hindi naman talaga kasi. Ano bang ng ICC sa atin? Ano bang papel sa Pilipinas? Wala yang papel. Hindi yan Supreme Court ng Pilipinas yung ICC. May sarili tayong Supreme Court. Na yung ginago ng gobyernong ito, tama ka dyan, Sir. Yung ginagawa kay Tatay Digong, isang violation. Isang malaking injustice. Hindi po pwede na ang Pilipinas magpa-under sa ICC na gumagana nga ang ating korte, ang ating hustisya. Puta ka na, yung Kian, di ba? Nakamit na yung hustisya. Nakulong na yung mga pulis. Habang buhay pa nga. Natanggal sa serbisyo, tapos sasabihin, walang hustisya. May hustisya sa Pilipinas. Itong ginawa lang ni Bongbong Marcos ay kagaguhan. Puta, isang kalapastangan na . Alam mo, sa totoo lang, makukulong talaga si Bongbong Marcos pagkatapos ng termino niya. Tuloy.
Sir, a lot of people are asking if your speech recently at the United Nations Human Rights Council was an AI generated video. They don't
Yes,
believe,
AI.
yeah, they don't believe that the speech existed, and they're calling it fake. Now,
Yeah.
what is your response to those allegations?
Well, maybe they think it won't happen, and they don't believe what is going on. And but basic thing is that human rights is not the only regional thing, right? And okay, if they want to believe that AI, that's going to be okay, because they don't understand what really going on the ground, and human rights is not a joke. So we are taking it seriously, and if it is serious, we should not use AI. So I'm just laughing, because there is no other choice for them to say AI, because maybe I'm the big obstacle for them, to the people of the anti-totality group. So it's
How would you-
very amusing. Very amusing, yeah.
Sir, how would you describe the support for the former president, especially Filipinos there in Japan, not only in Japan, in major countries in Asia, in US, in Europe, in all of those countries where there are Filipinos? The former president was really beloved by the Filipino community in anywhere of the globe.
Yeah. I have a very good impression when the President Duterte met our emperor in Japan. And he behaved very good. And Japanese people really appreciate it. Okay? And what he does. I found majority. Even I searched on the internet about the approval the rate of the Duterte is very overwhelmingly high compared to the current administration. So this is a public voice for So I think I need to support. I thought I need to support the people in Philippines. That's what it is. And also many Filipinos living in Japan now saying that I fear to go back to Philippines, although I feel very bad, but it becomes very dangerous. And the people are killed in the street, and we cannot work in the night, work around the street on the night. While the President Duterte was in office, the people were very safe, and they could move freely. So this is a public voice. So I thought that we need to protect the Duterte and also entire Philippine people. That's the reason I did it.
Antindi ha? Protektahan si former President Duterte. Protektahan ang Duterte. Buti pa, itong hapon na ito, inisip niya nung panahon ni Tatay Digong maayos ang Pilipinas. Tingnan mo, narinig nyo yung sinabi niya, yung pagpunta ni former President Duterte sa Japan, I behave si Tatay Digong. Nagustuhan ng mga hapon daw yun. Kakaiba daw itong Marcos admin na nakangiwi ang panga. Tsaka yung sinasabing AI, anak ng kamuti. Laging ganun, yung depensa. Laging ganun ang mga propaganda ng mga galit sa mga anti-Duterte. Kung merong susuporta, sasabihin AI. Tuloy natin na konti.
So you've said in your speech at the UN Human Rights Council that the fate of the former President Duterte was all because of politics. How do you say so, sir?
Yes. Yes, that's all politics, because the current administration was the one who handed the President Duterte to the ICC. Means current administration authorized to arrest him and deport him or extradite him to ICC. That's what it is.
Sir,
Tama ka dyan talaga. Alam ng buong mundo yan. No? Kasi nga, pagkatapos pagkidnap kay Tatay Digong, walang tamang proseso. Noong sinakay sa private plane, yung private plane pala na yun, gamit din nila papuntang Amerika ni Bangag, natin ni Liza Marcos. Nag-press-con agad yung hinayupak na BBM. No, ipinagmayabang pa niya. Sumukang ipinagmayabang niya sa mga dilawan pinklawan na sumunod siya sa utos ng mga animal na ito. So ito ho yun. Nakita rin po ito, napansin rin po ito ng international human rights na ito. Tuloy.
if your appeal to the ICC through the UN Human Rights Council will not be acted upon, what will be your next steps?
Actually, I was thinking to hold a kind of conference within the Japanese society, first of all, to have kind of to support, or this is injustice. So not supporting the Duterte, not supporting the Duterte. It's nothing to do with the support, but this is injustice. So we have to counter with the injustice. So I was thinking to have a conference in Tokyo, or conference building, gathering with the Filipino people, Filipino society, or global people in Tokyo.
What is your message to the Filipino people that
Message
are
to the Filipino
watching,
people.
that is watching closely the issues
Okay.
surrounding the former president in the International Criminal Court?
Okay, so the people in the Philippines and Filipino society and abroad, please stay strong and unite each other, because your voice is most important things, and maybe we can change the narrative which was manipulated by certain power. So we need to stay strong, and I commit to do whatever I can do for you, your people. The reason is because Prime Minister Abe, who was assassinated, unfortunately, but he's the only one who was invited to Mr. Duterte, President Duterte's home as a friend. Right. So this is one of the reasons that I admire President Duterte. And now he's in a very bad shape, in a very bad health condition. So we really need to get him out of the jail. And he doesn't deserve to be in the jail. He deserves to be back to Philippines to get the medication, or probably I wanted to take to Japan to get the medication in Japan so that he will be safe. And that's a message to the Filipino people.
With that, sir, thank you so much for your time and God bless.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Putang ina, tumayo balahibo ko. Yung sinabi niya na talagang palalayain niya si Tatay Digong at saka kaya niya ginawa ito dahil nga si Abby nga, di ba? Si Digong, inimbita daw ni Digong na papunta sa bahay niya. Tapos gusto niya pag makalaya na si Tatay Digong sa ICC, dadalhin niya sa Japan at ipagamot. Anak ng kamote, tumayo balahibo ko. Sipin niyo yan. Ganun kamahal, no? Ng mga Hapon, itong si former President Duterte. Isipin mo ha, sila na po mismo nakaisip ng ganito. Ipapagamot namin si Digong sa Japan. Pag nakalaya na. At maninindigan siya ha. Kung hindi siya mapakinggan, magkakaroon siya ng, dadalhin daw niya sa press con, pupunta sa Tokyo, Japan. Kasama siguro mga opisyal ng Japan. Para po ay maaksyonan yung kanyang gustong mangyari na palayain si former President Duterte. Puta, desidido. Samantala si Bangag, anak ng kamote, walang ginagawa. Kaya dapat ka maparusahan kang bangag ka. O ito, meron po akong ipi-play na video. Hindi ito alam ng taong bayan. Alam niyo po ba, kung ang China may regalo kay Tatay Digong na tulay, pero iba rin pala yung Japan. Yung Japan, no, may regalo rin pala kay Tatay Digong. Alam niyo po ba kung anong regalo? Ewan ko kung tinuloy ngayon ito. Itong project of the century ni Tatay Digong, na inumpisahan na po ni Tatay Digong sa kanyang termino. Ito yung subway. Tumayo balahibo ko dito eh. Ito, panoorin natin. Oh. Narito po yung balitang iyan.
To the people of Japan for your generosity and prosperity. Mabuhay.
日本の天皇皇后両陛下に対しまして、さらなるご健康と、
Ngayong Disyembre, nakatakda ang groundbreaking para sa subway na popondohan ng pamahalaan ng Japan.
Totoong-totoo na matutuloy yung kauna-unahang subway project natin itong administrasyon ni Pangulong Duterte at noong Marso ng taong ito ay napirmahan na yung loan agreement para sa proyekto niya. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Ibig sabihin nun, nandiyan na yung pondo.
Isa sa mga big-ticket projects ng Administrasyong Duterte. Makapaguhukay ang naturang makina ng 600 cubic meters ng lupa na magpipilitaan sa konstruksyon ng 12 metrong lagusan sa loob ng isang araw.
Ang karamihan sa mga proyekto ay mula sa tulong ng iba't ibang bansa tulad ng Japan at China at iba pang kaibigang bansa. Siniguro rin ng pamahalaan na hindi maagrabyado ang Pilipinas sa mga loan ng ibang bansa para sa naturang proyekto. Tulad ng 250 billion pesos subway project na niloan sa Japan, babayaran daw ito ng pamahalaan sa loob ng 40 taon. Sa unang 12 taon, wala raw babayaran ng pamahalaan at 0.1% lamang ay binigay na interest ng naturang bansa.
Ano ibig sabihin? Halos libre yung pera. At tapos na yung subway, ginagamit na natin yung subway, nararamdaman na ng ating mga mananaka yung convenience na dadalhin ng subway, hindi pa natin inuumpisahang bayaran yung perang inutang natin para sa proyekto niya. So yan yung kagandahan dun sa kasalukuyang approach natin sa pagdevelop ng ating infrastructure.
Ito yung problema, lumabas yung ngiwi. May pera na pala yan, lumabas na, nandyan na yung pera. Bago pa inumpisa ni Tatay Digong may pondo na. Ang problema kung itinuloy ba ni Bangag, nagko-construction ba ngayon, walang balita eh. Kung inubos na yung pera ni Bangag, utang namin talaga. Ayan po yung regalo ng bansang Japan kay former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Meron din pa akong ipi-play na video ha, na patunayan lang natin yung sinasabi ni ni Shunichi Fujiki, na sabi niya na admire siya sa mga Pilipino dahil sa pagmamahal kay Tatay Digong at suporta na hanggang ngayon ay walang humpay, no? Yun yung sinabi niya. Bago po kasi si Tatay Digong kinidnap ng mga animal na bangag na ito, pumunta po siya sa Hong Kong. Meron akong kapiranggot na i-play na video yung talumpati ni Tatay Digong na siguro napanood rin po ito ni Shunichi Fujiki, no? Diyan sa Hong Kong bago po nakidnap si Tatay Digong. Kaunti lang, panoorin natin, pakinggan natin.
OFW. Yan ang pinakamasarap. Magkikinig ako, OFW, mabuhay kayong lahat.
Iyakan.
At ang mundo dapat magpasalamat na merong mga Pilipino na magpunta dito sa kanila, sa ibang bayan, para magtrabaho para sa kanila at para sa atin, makaipon ng pera para sa pamilya natin. Kasi, well, you know, it could take about 7 to 10 years bago mawala itong sitwasyon natin na ganito. But in the meantime, that we are not really ready economically to provide opportunities na trabaho para sa lahat, then I said, napipilitan tayo dito maghanap ng trabaho para sa ating mga pamilya. Kaya ako ngayon dito, this is not the first time that I have kaharap ko kayo. Tanggapin na lang natin kung ano ang nasa palad natin at magdasal tayo na yung pagod ninyo ngayon dito ang makinabang ang mga pamilya ninyo at ang mga anak ninyo. Mabuhay kayong OFW.
Grabe, nakakaiyak.
Kaya yung lahat ng
Ganun. Grabe no, nakakaiyak talaga pag si Tatay Digong ang magsalita. Ako, ito po yung nakita ng Japanese, United Nations Human Rights Advocate. Mahal ng taong bayan, napaka-imposible man ho na ang taong bayan galit kay Tatay Digong, hindi ho. Okay sa amin si Tatay Digong. Pagkatapos niyan, ito, napanood rin po ito, siguro, sure ako, ni Shunichi Fujiki. Ito na po yung pagkidnap kay Tatay Digong. Kaunting video lang, recall lang natin. Grabe ka, nakakaiyak din dyan. Ito na po, yung pipilitin na po ni Torre, pakyatin si Tatay Digong. Papuntang eroplano. Grabe, hirap yung matanda talaga dyan, oh. Si Jassy yata yung umiiyak dyan. Ayun, oh. Ito yung mga nakakaiyak na kaganapan. Grabe. Ayun, oh. Si Media Delia din, sumama din dyan. Ito yung pagbuhos ng iyak, luha, ng maraming Pilipino. Pagkatapos po pinidnap si Tatay Digong ni Bongbong Marcos at pinadala sa dahig. Ito ay walang kapatawaran. Kapag si Inday Sara maging presidente, kailangan panagutan ito ni Bongbong Marcos. At hindi na po ito mabubura sa isipan ng bawat Pilipino, hindi lang sa Pilipino kundi sa buong mundo. Kasama ka pa, Hardo, ipakulong ka sa 2028, kunti na lang, there will be a day of reckoning. Napakaganda ho na merong isang United Nations Human Rights Council advocate na napansin po ito. Itong ginagawa sa pagkidnap kay Tatay Digong, walang kapatawaran po. Pati yung gamit. Kayong mga Pilipino kasabwat sa pagkidnap kay Tatay Digong, malapit na kayong managot, mga animal kayo. Konti na lang. Ikaw Pahardo, ikaw Torre, Bongbong Marcos, Martin Romualdez, Lisa Marcos, John Vic Remulla, tandaan niyo po yung ginawa ninyo dito kay Duterte. Matatapos din yung kahibangan ninyo. Yan po yung napansin ni Shunichi Fujiki na nanindigan ngayon na dapat ay pauwiin si Tatay Digong at dapat protektahan nating mga Pilipino. Naniniwala ako na malaki pong bagay itong ginawa ng naturang Hapon upang makalaya si former President Duterte.